Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am Vishakha Thakur.
And I am Ruchi Sharma.
Cryptocurrencies witnessed wide fluctuations in markets this week, broadly in line with the trend observed in financial markets. Investors' sentiments remained highly tentative to key macroeconomic data released from the US to Japan, EU, and other key economies. Investors will continue to monitor economic data releases next week and keep focus on FOMC meet outcome. Bitcoin was trading around $23,000, down by 0.73% in the last 24 hours, whereas Ether was trading at $1,580, down by 2.5% in the similar time frame.
बढ़ते हैं आगे। क्रिप्टो एक्सचेंज डरबिट इस साल की थर्ड क्वार्टर में अपने हेडक्वार्टर्स को दुबई में मूव करने की योजना बना रही है। ब्लूमबर्ग की रिपोर्ट बताती है कि नए ऑफिस में 10 लोगों की एक टीम होगी, जिसमें एक्सचेंज के कोर एम्प्लॉइज के साथ साथ डोमेस्टिक हायर्स भी शामिल होंगे। मैनेजमेंट, कंप्लायंस और सपोर्ट में रोल्स दुबई ऑफिस में कंटिन्यू रखे जाएंगे। डेरिबिट के चीफ लीगल कंप्लायंस और रेगुलेटरी ऑफिसर डेविड डोमेन के मुताबिक कुछ एम्प्लॉइज पनामा में बने रहेंगे। डोमेन को ये बताते हुए कोट किया गया था कि दुबई में रेगुलेटरी रिजीम दूसरे जुरिस्डिक्शंस की तुलना में क्रिप्टोकरेंसी के अधिक अनुकूल हैं। एग्जीक्यूटिव्स ने ये भी कहा कि एजेंसी से रेगुलेटरी क्लैरिटी प्राप्त होने के बाद डेरिबिट दुबई के वर्चुअल एसेट्स रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटी को एक फुल मार्केट प्रोडक्ट लाइसेंस के लिए एक एप्लीकेशन और सपोर्टिंग डॉक्यूमेंट्स सबमिट करने होंगे।
Moving on, Senator Ted Cruz introduced a measure in the Senate Wednesday advocating for crypto payments within areas of the capital, a sign of Republicans' continued focus on rules related to digital assets. The new directive would apply to officials tasked with overseeing day-to-day operations within the House of Representatives and Senate, encouraging them to work with persons that will accept digital assets as payment for goods and food services. The proposal references areas of the capital where digital payments could work, like at gift shops or vending machines. This past November, Cruz pushed for adopting cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin as a form of payment within Capitol buildings through a similarly worded document.
बढ़ते हैं आगे। NBA ने अपने कुछ गेम्स को स्वतंत्र रूप से मेटावर्स में लाने के लिए एक डील को सील कर दिया है। 23 जनवरी को कंपनी ने VR टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल करके अपने गेम को प्रसारित करने के लिए मेटा के साथ अपनी वर्तमान साझेदारी को आगे बढ़ाने की घोषणा की है। इन गेम्स को एक्सटेडियम का इस्तेमाल करके ब्रॉडकास्ट किया जाएगा। एक ऐसी मेटावर्स ऐप है जिसमें मेटा क्वेस्ट 2 हेडसेट के इस्तेमाल से इमर्सिव स्पोर्ट्स एक्सपीरियंसेस ब्रॉडकास्ट किए जाते हैं। लीग में यूजर्स को देखने और एंजॉय करने के लिए मेटा के प्रमुख मेटावर्स ऐप होराइजन वर्ल्ड में 52 मैच शामिल हैं। इसमें से 5 गेम्स को 180 डिग्री मोनोस्कोपी टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल करके ज़्यादा इमर्सिव तरीके से प्रस्तुत किया गया है। इसका मतलब है कि यूजर्स गेम का अनुभव कर सकते हैं जैसे कि वो गेम के मैदान के पास बैठे हैं और जैसे जैसे गेम आगे बढ़ता है अपने पर्सपेक्टिव को बदल सकते हैं।
Moving on, the United States Securities and Exchange Commission is inquiring into registered investment advisors about whether they are following rules around custody of client crypto assets. The probe gathered pace in the aftermath of the implosion of crypto exchange FTX. The SEC has been warning public companies that if they have a stake in the industry's recent crypto contagion, they'd better tell investors. The SEC asked if companies face any risk to their businesses due to excessive redemptions, withdrawals, or a suspension of redemptions or withdrawals of crypto assets.
अपराध की जांच में ब्लॉकचेन तकनीक का इस्तेमाल करने वाला दिल्ली देश का पहला शहर बन गया है। ये सुनिश्चित करने के लिए कि एक क्राइम स्पॉट से क्रिटिकल एविडेंस जमा किए गए हैं और एनालिसिस के लिए फोरेंसिक लैब में भेजे गए हैं और इसकी रिपोर्ट के साथ छेड़छाड़ नहीं की गई है। दिल्ली सरकार ने फोरेंसिक साइंस लेबोरेटरी में ब्लॉकचेन तकनीक की शुरुआत की है। अधिकारियों ने कहा है कि ब्लॉकचेन रिकॉर्ड की इम्यूटेबिलिटी को सुनिश्चित करेगा, डिजिटल एविडेंस को रिलायबिलिटी के साथ ही इफेक्टिव ऑडिट ट्रेल कैपेबिलिटीज भी प्रदान करेगा।
Moving on, at least 5 firms placed bids on Celsius Networks crypto assets, including Binance, Bank to the Future, and Galaxy Digital, according to leaked information shared by crypto blogger Tiffany Fong. Among the bidders revealed by Fong include Crypto exchange Binance, online investment platform Bank to the Future, digital asset investment manager Galaxy Digital, crypto trading company Cumberland, DRW, and digital asset investment firm Nova Wolf. According to firm, the proposals from these crypto firms were submitted in November 2022, with firm noting that they are, for the most part, abandoned. The blog stated that Binance proposed a bid of $15 million for the assets, stating that $12 million would go to Celsius Estate and $3 million would be distributed to migrated users on a pro rata basis. Well, that's all in this bulletin.
And let's move on to now 2023 Budget Special Weekly Wrap.
There are profits being made, we are taxing that profit at 30%. We are also tracking every trail of money in that by saying every transaction will be 1% TDS, if I can use that expression. There will be a transaction, TDS imposed on every transaction in the crypto world.
Taxing the cryptocurrencies. I think honorable member suggested, is it legitimizing the cryptocurrencies? She asked a question. I just want to say, we have taxed the profit emanating from the transactions. I'm not doing anything to legalize it or ban it or not legalize it or anything at this stage. At this stage.
Hello and welcome to 2023 Budget Special Weekly Wrap on 3.0 TV. I am Ruchi Sharma.
And I am Vishakha Thakur. Today's segment is indeed Budget Special, Ruchi, because this will be the final budget of the ruling government party before the national elections in 2024.
Yes, Vishakha. Due to election next year, we will have an interim budget, and whatever the Indian government decides in this year's budget is going to have a lasting effect on the Web3 industry across the nation for the 1.5 years.
So if we talk about last year's budget, then despite the announcement of 30% tax on crypto, the industry celebrated that for the first time the Indian government had given the definition of VDA, that is virtual digital assets.
However, the announcement of 1% TDS on crypto transactions led many industry leaders, including industry lobbyist group Bharat Web3 Association, to voice their concerns to government and asked to lower or abolish the TDS because Indian trading volume had significantly shifted to foreign bourses.
So before we get into this 2023 budget special segment, let's have a look at a special report.
Indian crypto investors and industry leaders have pinned high hopes from the Union Budget 2023-24, which will be presented by the Finance Minister on 1st February 2023. This will be the final budget of the ruling government party before national elections in 2024. There are currently around 15 million crypto investors and 75,000 blockchain professionals in the country that are going to be affected by the Union Budget 2023-24. Crypto startups in India are expecting favorable policies from the government in the upcoming budget. They are appealing for clear regulatory framework for domestic crypto exchanges and a supportive environment for blockchain and Web3 companies. Additionally, crypto experts expect the government to re-evaluate the current high 30% tax arising from crypto gains and lower it at par with other normal business activities. Market participants are also requesting the government to reduce the TDS rate from the current 1%, the sole reason for crypto volume shifting to overseas bourses. Many industry experts also think there is an urgent need to classify virtual digital assets as regulated asset class, just like securities, and the tax brackets and set of benefits that apply to securities as an asset class should apply to crypto assets. Industry leaders and crypto investors are expecting that government will create a major framework to discourage bad actors and provide much needed relief for entrepreneurs and investors who are adding crypto to their portfolios through clarity and transparency with regards to regulation of digital assets.
And now let's cut across to our associate editor, Mr. Manoj Dhara. Manoj, you have spoken to several Web3 industry observers. What are they expecting from the upcoming union budget?
The year 2022 was a positive year for the cryptocurrency market because in the last budget, a virtual digital asset definition was given to the entire market, and the market participants gave a double thumbs up for this actual achievement. Well, the cryptocurrency market has been very volatile in the last 2022 because of several reasons. So, if we talk about the Terra Luna collapse followed by the Celsius and the other lenders fall, we have seen a major drift in the cryptocurrency market because of the FTX, and we have also seen a cascading impact getting carry forward in 2023. That's what the market participants are expecting. But what we have done is we have also observed that to many market participants to whom we have spoken with, there are a lot of exchange players who are worried about the falling trading volumes on the cryptocurrency exchanges. So as much as 90% of their volumes have fallen last year. So if we talk about higher taxes, roughly around 30% plus the 1% TDS is actually impacting, which has actually impacted the trading volumes on the exchanges, and the industry players are requesting Finance Minister this budget to lower the taxes, and going forward that will help them revive the falling trading volumes and actually make their trading profitable on their exchanges. There is one more expectation as far as we have spoken to many industry players. They're saying that there needs to be a lot of clarity as far as the regulations is concerned. So, I mean, there are several products who are actually falling under the tax regime, but it's unclear how they will be taxed. There are many people who are expecting clear cut guidelines on the cybersecurity front. CBDC is something which has already been rolled out, but there is a clear path going forward in 2023, which is the most important budget for the cryptocurrency market because in 2024 there is an election year, and it is crucial and very important for all the market participants to put their expectations right and set it correctly before this budget brings more surprises on the downside as well. So in short, relaxation in tax regime and regulatory clarity is something what the industry is expecting because volumes have plummeted, and there are a lot of customers of cryptocurrency exchange who have gone outside of India and are trading, and this is something which is a big cause of concern for them. So they are requesting the authorities to lower the taxes so that they can smile and do their business in India.
Thank you, Manoj. And now let's hear from our guests as to what they have to say about the upcoming union budget.
Actually is the 1% TDS and the not allowing the set-off of losses. Because if we were to illustrate, 1% TDS for traders is a significant part of their portfolio, and it also sucks out liquidity from the market. So which again leads to the domestic crypto industry being at a larger disadvantage to the international markets. And secondly, not allowing set-off and carry forward of losses, again it hits the investors' portfolio, it hits their returns, and people may be wary of investing in this industry. So from that aspect, I think the budget should clarify the set-off of losses and carry forward to a major.
So Mr. Sonu Jain has opined that a 1% TDS is a concern as set-off is not allowed against previous losses, and also due to this 1% TDS, over 32,000 crore of crypto trade volume moved out of India.
Yes, Vishaka, and as we mentioned earlier, various industry leaders are asking to abolish or lower the 1% TDS.
Direction, some crypto exchanges in India have voluntarily disclosed proof of reserves. There is clearly some controversy around the calculation of the proof of reserves, which, in simple terms, is the cumulative value of all holdings of their customers with their respective exchanges. At the moment, the top 3 exchanges, or roughly around the 3 exchanges that have disclosed a proof of reserves, if you look at them, they're about $600 million of investor holdings. If you were to extrapolate to look at the other exchanges, perhaps the entire holding is no more than $750 million. which in the big scheme of things is not a large number, but certainly something that is worth paying attention.
So Mr. Indi Sarkar has opined that proof of reserves is the right step taken by Indian government and global crypto exchanges to restore investor confidence after the FTX implosion.
Vishakha, he has also raised concerns as to is it enough or does it present the full and transparent picture?
At this moment in crypto industry is that the lack of clarity about the legality of crypto in India. The biggest issue is that in one forum RBI governor is saying that crypto should be banned, it can due for a financial crisis, and in another forum the Minister of IT is saying that through all legal means crypto is okay. So that is the biggest challenge of the legality of crypto in India. That needs to be clarified by India in the G20 meeting, or it can take an individual stand on it.
As of today, are still concerned about whether they would be investing in the crypto or not, primarily because the government has given a mixed stance. On one side, they have said that the crypto is illegal or the investors should be concerned about it. At the same time, they have implemented the taxation. So this is something that has given a mixed signals to the investor, and primarily all the big investment funds, institutions, enterprises have refrained to get on board the blockchain or the crypto revolution. So it is very mandatory for the government to at least define a clear stance whether they are going to regulate or they are not going to unregulate it. India is leading the G20 in order to define the regulation on the larger scale, but still there is no clarity on the crypto side.
So, Jayajit Biswas and Gaurav Mehta raised concerns about the lack of clarity regarding legality of crypto in India. Also, according to them, the government is sending mixed signals.
Meanwhile, Indian IT Minister is saying that through all legal means, crypto is okay. So this polarization should be addressed clearly in the next budget. That's what industry observers are saying.
I think government should also ensure that it should foster a lot of innovation in the DeFi industry, right? A lot of private players should also be given a chance, right, in the competition, right, to create a better economy and ecosystem, right? So government should keep the innovation happening in the DeFi.
So, as we just heard Mr. Saurabh Gupta, co-founder of Tamasha Live, industry participants are hoping that the government should start fostering DeFi innovations.
Vishakha, industry leaders are also hoping that government should come up with policies that would give wings to the Web3 startups, which will lead to more Web3 and DeFi innovation.
This virtual assets and doing it successfully. One of the very bright example is Singapore. The Central Bank of Singapore believes that the crypto ecosystem should be closely monitored to avoid any kind of money laundering or criminal activities, but at the same time, the innovation should not stop.
So 30% tax should be reduced and there should be stringent policy on KYC and AML. That's what she opined.
Given that all the transactions in the economies are happening in particularly in multiple ways, one of them is cash, of course, other than, of course, we do bank transfers or using different other mediums, including the UPI, etc. For CBDC to become acceptable, I think one has to also look at incentivizing, the digital transactions, with the use of CBDC. Perhaps there is still a lot of, adoption issues around any new currency such as this when it's implemented, such as this when it is introduced. Hence, I see that the utmost care should have been taken against, once again. Hence, I think that utmost care should be taken, in the issuance of the digital currency,
Mr. Rahul Sethi believes that the users should be incentivized for the mass adoption of CBDC. So, Ruchi, ahead of the union budget, several questions have arisen that will the government enact laws to protect investor funds? What would be the government outlook towards stablecoins? And will there be any major announcement for mass adoption of CBDC? Yes, Vishakha. And the industry observers are eyeing on it to get more clarity and to know, will the crypto bill be introduced and enacted into the law this time? Well, that's all in this special segment. This is me, Ruchi Sharma, signing off.
And this is me, Vishakha Thakur, signing off. For more such updates, keep watching 3.2 TV. Do like, share and subscribe to our channel.